And now, the Techno Angler, brought to you by Hook and Tackle Marine Fishing Lifestyle Apparel. The Techno Angler is a series dedicated solely to angling, boating, and outdoor education. Join us now as our expert guests share their technical knowledge in this week's class.
Welcome to the Techno Angler. I'm Pete Hubner with Everest Marina. Today we're here to talk about maintenance performed on propellers. Anytime we maintain the propeller, the first thing that we need to do is remove it. There are 3 tabs bent down on most propellers that need to be lifted in order for the nut to turn to release the propeller. So the first thing you want to do is get those up to where that the washer can turn without engaging the teeth on the propeller. The next thing that we need to do is put the wrench on. We use a block of wood between the cavitation plate and one blade on the propeller to keep it from turning while we loosen the nut. Now, always feel the nut when you're pulling it off. This particular system uses a nylon retaining ring in the nut to keep the nut from backing off. It's sort of a backup system to the tab washer that we already bent in order to be able to turn. Now, once we get the nut and the washer off, we can take the entire propeller off. And the first thing that we like to do is look back in beneath the thrust washer. We break the thrust washer loose, check the thrust washer for any wear, make sure that there's no foreign material between the thrust washer and the propeller shaft. Once the prop is off, one of the areas that we must inspect is where the prop shaft comes through the prop shaft seal. In this area, we often find fishing line wrapped around the prop shaft. And in this case, we have it on this boat. One of the biggest problems with this fishing line being on the prop shaft is it will eventually destroy the seal around the prop shaft, letting all the oil out of the lower unit. That'll result in catastrophic failure. Once we've cleaned everything up, we've removed as much of the old grease as is practical. We want to put a nice layer of anti-corrosion grease around the surface where the thrust washer will sit when we reassemble. The best product to use for propellers is anti-corrosion grease. One of the things that happens here is we have different metals submerged in salt water. We have a stainless prop, we have a brass thrust washer, and of course the whole housing of the lower unit is all aluminum. What we're trying to do here is prevent any kind of electrolysis, any kind of galvanic corrosion that may eventually stick the propeller onto the propeller shaft and make it so you have to damage the propeller to remove it to service it. We use the wood again to hold on to the prop so that we can get it tight. At this point, you need to be concerned with the 3 tabs that are locked down into the splined sleeve. We want to make sure that we line each tab up with a slot in the castle so that we have a total of 3 tabs able to lock in and be used as a retainer. We bend the tabs down just a little bit. You don't need to mash them all down into that slot. Remember that you're the one that's going to have to take this apart again the next time. The best benefit of frequently servicing your propeller is it will be easy to remove should it become damaged. We find that propellers that haven't been properly maintained are virtually impossible to get off of the prop shaft without damaging the propeller and costing more money to repair.
The Techno Angler has been brought to you by Hook and Tackle Outfitters, America's premium authentic outdoor nautical and sport fishing apparel company. Innovative designs and quality craftsmanship combine to offer true function and superior comfort.